How did you come up with the concept, with the plot and with the movie?
Russian roulette was it's interesting because I had seen a video that was on the Pennsylvania News a number of years ago where a government official blew his head off on live TV. And that's one of those things that sort of stays with you. It was a very famous case. You can go to YouTube and you can find it. But the idea of what would compel someone to do that, what would bring someone to not only end their life, but I mean there's so many cleaner ways of doing it. Whether it's pills or what have you. What would bring you to take an explosive firearm and put that in your mouth and want to end your life, and to want to do that maybe with a group of people. And that just, it seemed, ripe for opportunity.
Thanks, Erik. We'll get back to you in a second. A production company is a company responsible for the development and physical production of new media, performing arts, film, radio, or a television program. The company may also be directly responsible for the raising of funding for production, or may have to do through an intermediary. The production company may have a small company selling its product to a film studio or presenting it to a theatrical venue, or in the case of film and production and TV. And there are no better team in the world right now that's doing it for the state of Maryland than J65 Productions. Here, let's go ahead and meet the men that really made Roulette happen and who actually did everything that they possibly could to make this a reality. Based out of Hartford County, Maryland, J65 Productions is the production crew that actually was responsible for Roulette, led by Jamie Bender and Brad Rankin. Both guys are actually good at what they do and done stuff for Food Network and also Under Armour, two companies that are very big around the world. Here, right now, we had a chance to talk to both the guys about their experiences producing Roulette, helping out with the filming, and actually getting their insights on what was good and what was bad about it. So, in their own words, guys, let us hear what you got to say, because I don't know what's on your mind. Give us the 411 on what's going on.
I met Erik Myers back in film school at Lukowski.
Okay.
And we'd done a couple projects together, a couple classes, and we started doing a couple documentary projects. And we just worked really well together. So he approached me and said, "Hey, I'm shooting this movie, no money, but..." I was like, "Yeah, send me a script." And I read the script and I was like, "Wow, this is a really good script." So jumped on immediately, and went from there. And there's always the trials and tribulations of shooting with no budget. There's a lot of time, a lot of equipment donated to the project. It can be tough, and sometimes you're like, "Man, I wish there was some money in this because of how much time we're spending." And especially now that we had these reshoots to do, it was just nail in the coffin, man. It's a lot of work. We put so much work in, we're not willing to let the project die, and it's a good project. So, and there's a lot of people counting on us, a lot of people putting in hard work, and for all those reasons and probably more, stick with it, get it done. That's what we did. Now we just finished shooting reshoots, so it feels good to be done.
What do you think that was the most major challenge of this whole project?
Schedule. I mean, you have so many people's schedules to work out.
Right.
It's really tough, especially when there's no money, to try to work out a plan for everybody. Weather and locations, season. Like this reshoot today, we had to wait. We had to wait like 2 months to do it because of we had to get these leaves on the trees, because otherwise you can't have a shot in springtime cut with a shot in winter. So snow apocalypse. Since this project's birth, and I'm sure if you asked Erik, he would say that there's been a lot of growth with J65. And it's just, I mean, because he knew me before I even started doing this. So, we've gotten better, and Erik's pushed everybody pretty hard, me personally. But, I don't know, it helps make me better. I mean, the more you shoot, the better you get.
Right.
And Brad, of course, he came on the project a lot later. Obviously, he came on for the reshoots. And after his first day on set, Erik and Ryan were like, where have you been this whole time? Like, you rocked it out, so
Nice.
definitely a good guy to have.
A film producer and the associate film producer basically share the same type of duties and jobs of the movie, although that the film producer has more of the rank than the associate film producer. They are people who create the scenes and conditions for making the movies. The producer initiates, co-coordinates, supervises, and controls matters in such fundraising, hiring key personnel, and arranging for distributions. The producer is highly involved throughout all phases of the filmmaking process, from development to completion of the project. Traditionally, the producer is considered to be the chief of staff, while the director is in charge of the line. This staff and this line organization mirrors that of most large companies and the military. And there are two people that actually helped out with this process to become the great producers that they are in this film capacity for Roulette. So here we go with their intro. This is Laura Myers, the executive producer for Roulette and the wife of Erik Kristopher Myers. Now, this is Brian Andrus, the associate producer for Roulette. These two had a very important mission and a big responsibility when it came to being producers for the movie Roulette. They had to make sure that everything went smoothly according to plan and nothing even failed, not even once. We had a chance to talk to the two about their responsibilities, what was good and bad about the movie-making process, and their overall impressions of the movie-making process when it came to Roulette. So guys, take it away and let us know how it went down for this movie.
I was in charge of scheduling the film, which involves finding the locations, getting the dates that the location is available, and then trying to get all the actors available on those dates. It's just like a huge chess game. And things would happen at the last minute. Someone would get a job, the location would call me up and say they didn't have that day, something would fall through. Yeah. It was complicated, it was stressful, it was irritating, people would be difficult, they wouldn't answer your emails in time, and so you'd have to chase them down. Not my favorite part, but very necessary, but it's sort of a thankless job.
For our particular situation was the support we got from everyone when we had to do the reshoots.
Yeah.
Everyone was on board, everybody came back, regardless of their schedule, regardless of what had changed. Will lost, what, like 20 pounds?
Will lost
something
about
like
20 pounds, cut his hair, grew his goatee back in.
For about
3.5, 4 seconds on camera.
Yeah.
He was running every day, he was dieting, he was getting back to... Because when he filmed the first time, he was a little too thin.
So,
with all the stress of shooting, he just lost so much weight in the production. To match that, he had to go way down.
So the silver lining for us was definitely everyone's support. Everything just seemed to go so much smoother than our usual shoot days. Usually there would be some sort of technical problem, maybe some sort of scheduling problem, just anything that could ruin the day. Like the guy who got the flat tire up at the funeral home.
Right.
We thought he was going to be making a lot of noise and he'd be there for, an hour. It sounds stupid, but this guy just rolled in
10 minutes.
with a shredded tire, waiting for his friend, and we were expecting that to delay the shoot. Yeah, but it didn't. And the only reason we were expecting it to delay the shoot was because of every single delay that we've gotten on countless shoot days, almost all of them.
Although we did finish up about 3 hours after we thought we were. That happens.
But we got it done. We got everything we needed.
It didn't rain.
Yeah, the weather was fantastic.
The weather report kept changing, and we didn't know whether to reschedule or keep it. We kept it. Didn't rain. Our neighbors were quiet.
Yeah. And for the reshoot at the King's Contrivance, we were sweating the snow melting, because at that point that was when it snowed like 2 feet around here, and I actually went up there.
Not the King's
twice.
Contrivance.
Oh, sorry, Milton Inn.
The Milton Inn, the outside parking lot shoot. There
I
were
had to
snow
go up there.
piles everywhere.
I took like 4 bags of salt to melt all the snow.
And we got it to melt, we shot it, and the next week it snowed 2 more feet.
Yep.
And it didn't melt until about 3 weeks ago. So we got like the one night we could have shot.
Yep.
And we got everything we needed, and it turned out great.
Last question. Premiere, yes or no?
Yes, but we don't know the details at all. When, where, what kind of premiere, film festival or private or what. We haven't decided that yet. Depends on when they finalize the cut, what's coming up, what we can afford, what, you know. Certain festivals have certain regulations that you can't have a ticketed premiere in order to enter, so that would make a difference because we can't afford to just rent a theater without selling tickets. So it depends what festivals we decide we want to enter, whether we can do a ticket premiere or whether, you know, we'll wait till a festival to premiere it.
Right. So we will be having a premiere.
There's a lot of things to consider. It's a complicated situation.
Priority number one,
Finish
finish
the cut.
the movie.
Finish the movie so
get it
we
done.
can sleep.
Yeah.
Just peace
2
of mind
years is
enough to
enough.
sleep.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Guys, job well done.
That's a
Thank you,
wrap,
Cam.
motherfuckers.
That is a wrap.
Fucking right.
J65productions.com.
J65productions.com, baby. So that's a wrap, guys, and that's how movies are made. And I guess the international question is, for us actors, where do we go from here and what do we do? Well, you have to understand that friendships are always made on the set and they'll never die. It's a special bond that binds us together to know that there's a special brotherhood. But for some of us, well, to answer that question, some of us, it's not a goodbye. It's always a hello and we'll see you later. For some, their acting careers will keep on going no matter what. And for some, we like to smoke a cigarette and just kick back and think about the good memories that we had. Movies will always be made with those that continue to pursue it. And for some, a good night's rest is always deserved, like this poor girl here. But in order to enjoy the moments, spend time with friends and enjoy the moments to eat food like this. The epicness of what it could be, like sushi or anything else. Hanging out with good friends like these, that'll always put a smile on your face. Or with friends like these, they'll always have that smile on your face no matter what. But you may bump into celebrities like this guy right here, if you know, to be an A-lister, to enjoy activities like these. And then there are some that will never let the memories fade, like this classic moment here on the set.
What are you doing? No.
You're over the threshold.
No, it's bad luck. We're not married.
Someone's living in
But going back to Erik, I think he actually said it best when he actually had that one great answer to the question about what is going on from here and what do we do and what is to be for the future for all of us, or in his case, just for him. Check out the answer.
I think after a full night's sleep, which I've not had, seriously, I've not had in a very long time. First with the original production of Roulette, but then with the very necessary reshoots that we had to do. Where, for a few minutes there, it looked like the film was going on the shelf and it was going to stay there forever. I need some downtime, I need some me time very, very badly, but more importantly than that, I need some wife time. I'm married to a woman who essentially got off the plane from the honeymoon and has been a full-time producer. And that's been our married life. I mean, she chose that, I chose that, we chose that together, but now it's time to sort of have the honeymoon phase that we haven't had. And then in 2011, start a new film. I already know what I'm going to write. I'm going to start writing it this summer, but I don't want to shoot anything for a couple of months. I need some time off.
Earlier, I presented a physical challenge to you.
Physical challenge.
Physical challenge. Now that we know that you've done everything that you possibly could, that you humanly could, now it is time to eradicate part of the weight off your shoulders and sweep the stress out.
destroy something on
We
camera.
are going to destroy this board for you. I am going to hold it for you, and all you really need to do is just step through and just hit it with your palm and blast right through.
Now with my palm, this isn't like a karate chop sort of thing?
No, it isn't. It's very similar in martial arts, but it's a different application of a technique.
Okay, so what do I do like this?
You just tuck in your fingers like this and your
Okay.
thumb, and you just blast it with your palm. So
Okay.
it's just like you're punching out, but with your palm.
Now, of course, she's filming this.
Oh,
that
yes,
means
sir.
that when I screw up, and I will screw up, that this is
No,
gonna be
you
forever
won't.
documented.
No, you won't.
All right, I'll give it a go. Now, just out of curiosity, have you like pre-cut this board or anything?
It's already been cut, and believe it or
Like
not,
I mean, like pre-cut with a you know, a stress mark or something. So
it's
that-
actually no, it's legit.
What do I need to do posture-wise? What's my
Just go ahead and
stance
just put one foot out,
left or right?
whatever. That's perfect. And
Okay.
just punch out.
Just punch out.
Yeah, just punch out in the
do I
air
need
real
to
quick.
get like hi-ya or something like that?
If you want.
I'm not gonna hi-ya.
All right. Just
Okay, all right.
Punch out real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
And
Just and so that you feel the power.
So the impact is here
yes, right here.
in the meaty palm.
Yes, in the meaty
All right.
palm.
All right.
You ready?
I'm gonna break my hand, and you will see this, and this will last forever.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready, sir. There you go.
Wow.
Congratulations, sir. Erik
Thank you.
Kristopher Myers, ladies and gentlemen. Erik Kristopher
You
Myers.
pre-cut the board. Thank you.
So basically, guys, that's the whole show. That's how it goes down. And that's how movies are made. I want to give a shout out to everybody at the cast and crew of Roulette. I want to give a shout out to Erik Kristopher Myers and Laura Myers for having us and actually going behind the scenes to see how it all goes down. Big shout outs to J65 Productions for doing their thing and making the magic happen. Also wanted to say thank you very much to Brian Andrus for just once again being a real cool dude, and for all you guys watching. And as always, I am your Asian sensation, Kim Hwang, and as you can see, that is a wrap. Huzzah! Pow! See ya!